All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're breaking down a law of power that's all about what you don't say. It's a concept that pretty much flips everything you thought you knew about communication completely upside down.
And here it is. Law 4. Now, this isn't just friendly advice, okay? It's presented as a hard and fast rule. The core idea itself seems simple, right? But putting it into practice, that's where things get really deep. Think about it. The moment you try too hard to impress someone with words, you open the door to saying something, well, something foolish.
So, this isn't just about learning to be quiet. It's way deeper than that. It's about getting to the very nature of what words are when power is on the line.
Because in any kind of power dynamic, every single word you let slip is a potential weakness. It's a clue. It could be a hint about what you're planning, or maybe it reveals an insecurity you didn't even know you were showing. The less you say, well, the fewer handholds you give your opponents to climb. You basically become a fortress.
Okay, so how does this actually play out in the real world? Let's get into the psychology behind it, the engine that makes this whole thing run. Because here's the secret. It's not really about what you do, it's about what your silence makes other people do. And it all comes down to this idea that we humans are basically machines of interpretation. We are absolutely wired to search for meaning. We hate an information void. So when you deliberately say very little, you create that void. And guess what? People will rush in to fill it. They'll fill it with their own ideas, their own fears, their own interpretations. A perfect example is Andy Warhol. He would give these incredibly short, weird answers in interviews. And the journalists? They had no choice but to speculate and project all sorts of things onto him. They ended up building his mysterious persona for him.
This really gets to a huge shift in thinking. For most of us, silence feels passive, right? It's just emptiness. But for someone thinking strategically, it's the opposite. It's an active tool. It's like a vacuum that literally pulls information out of other people. They're the ones talking, revealing things, while you just get to sit back and remain a total enigma.
And this is the absolute core of it. The real power here isn't just in your silence, it's in leveraging their compulsion to fill that silence. People have this deep, uncontrollable need to talk, to explain themselves, to justify everything. Your silence makes them nervous, agitated, and they just keep talking. They end up weakening their own position, giving away their plans, all without you having to do a thing.
So let's drill down into the human element here, the specific pain point this law targets. And it's a feeling every single one of us knows well.
Seriously, think about it. You know that feeling, right? That awkward silence where nobody's talking and it feels like an eternity? It's almost physically painful. And what do most people do? They scramble. They'll say almost anything just to end the awkwardness. That right there is the pressure point this law is designed to exploit. And this discomfort has a name, the fear of the void. It's basically a terror of social awkwardness. It's a deep-seated need for validation. People are terrified of being seen as boring or unimportant. And to avoid that feeling, to escape that silent void, they'll do anything. They'll overshare, they'll gossip, they'll accidentally reveal their real motives, all just to get some validation and keep things moving.
So you can think of it like a psychological domino effect. First, you create the void with your silence. Second, their fear mechanism gets triggered. That social anxiety kicks into high gear. Third, they rush to fill the void with words. And fourth, in that process, weaknesses are revealed. It's such a simple sequence, but man, is it effective.
This quote really nails it. If you want to use this law, you have to master yourself first. You have to control your own impulse to just blurt things out. That tongue of yours, it's the very first beast you have to get under control before you can even think about using silence as a tool.
All right, for this last section, let's look at how this law is a total contrarian move. It flies in the face of pretty much everything we're normally taught about how to communicate.
I mean, what's the common wisdom? Honesty, open communication, that's how you build trust, right? But the secret truth, from a strategic perspective, complete transparency is a tactical vulnerability. If you lay all your cards on the table, you're just handing someone a detailed instruction manual on how to play you.
And there's another angle to this. The more you say, the more common you appear. There's a reason powerful people often seem intimidating or mysterious. It's because they say less. As soon as you explain everything, you become predictable. That whole aura of power just vanishes. You become just another person, an open book.
Which leads us to this final, crucial distinction. The novice thinks the person talking holds all the power. But the master? The master knows that the real control lies with the listener. The one who's just sitting back, observing,
gathering all the information and giving absolutely nothing away in return.
So next time you're in a conversation, look for the person who is totally comfortable with the pauses, the one who just lets everyone else scramble to fill the quiet. That's the person with the power. And the real question to ask yourself is, could that person be you?